This is BayRadio. We're well on the way to the local and municipal regional elections on May the 28th and talking to some of the parties involved, some of the candidates putting themselves forward and from right across the spectrum as well. Today, talking about the Partido Popular in Xàbia. The Partido Popular you will know of as the kind of national main opposition at the moment, and I guess within Xàbia as well. Now, the candidate for mayor will be Rosa Cardona, but speaking on her behalf today is someone well known to us, Oscar Anton. So still part of the party, and are you running yourself this year, but further down the list? Perhaps?
I'm the last one.
Oh, you're the last one, okay.
But I'm going to push like the first one. I mean, I think this year is the year. And I think we have the best candidate, that is Rosa Cardona, and we have the best team ready to work for Xàbia. We are in a situation that we need facts and less pictures. So that's why all the team are very involved and very committed with this project.
Okay, and Elena as well. What's your involvement with the party?
I'm a dance teacher. I have a school here in Xàbia, and I, growing up here, didn't see very many opportunities for young people, and still now there's not a lot of opportunities, and I'm not very good at politics. I'm not very involved in politics, but when I met Rosa, she just created something in me that I could see that she was a true person, and I'm more a people person than politics, and I'm fighting to create a better Xàbia for younger people.
Okay, so Oscar, in the field of politics then, what does your candidate represent for you? Why have you, again, it's shown your support and embarked on the adventure this time?
This PP team for these elections represent people who really want to work for Xàbia. I mean, they have a manifesto that they have been studying with realistical things that can be done. We are in one situation that during the last 12 years, the only thing that we had is mainly pictures and a lot of speeches, but you can see how Xàbia is. I mean, it's practically abandoned. We have lost half of the policemen that we used to have. The urbanizations are in a very poor state. Everybody can see how everything is also, as you can see, practically all the infrastructure and auditorium, pools, everything is stopped. And we want facts. I mean, I think that the team that is now in PP, they really want to work. They are here to make a better place to live.
So what is the strong points that you see of the PP led by Rosa?
Well, mainly I think that they have a plan to start things step by step. I mean, will be things that is going to be done in every year. They are going to get their own targets to get everything. Mainly, for example, they want to improve the maintenance of the gardening. They want to participate to the citizens. Right now, everybody is seeing just what the budget is approved, but nobody has the opportunity to be involved. They want to get access to the social houses and possibility to the young people to get access to a property, and also make easier the public administration. Less paperwork and more facilities to start new business or to do any entrepreneur action.
I mean, obviously we're talking in Xàbia a large expat immigrant population, if you like, whichever term you want to use. Are there different things in mind that might excite maybe UK nationals living here, British nationals or other Europeans?
Well, right now, during the last years, Xàbia has received a lot of residents, mainly from North Europe. Also, we consider something very positive because the profile has changed a lot. It's young people who want to establish here, they want to start this business, but when they see that the security has been lost, as I explained, we have lost a lot of policemen. There are no public transports. There are no facilities. Internet is practically impossible in most of the areas of Xàbia. It's full of problems. If you want to start a business, they consider this place as a holiday place. And we don't want to lose our youth. We want to keep it here, and we want to be attractive for this profile of people.
This is an issue, isn't it, Elena, about young people, especially work-wise in Xàbia?
Yes.
I mean, it is kind of nationally anyway, but certainly in a resort area, okay, they can get a job waiting tables or in hospitality, but outside of that...
The only thing they can do at the moment for young people is working in hospitality. So we would like to create so young people can stay here, find opportunities. I think the main problem is the living, really, because you can try and start up a business. I was lucky enough to have people around me to help, and my mum lives here. But if you want to try and live here, open a business and pay rent, it's impossible. Young people cannot afford 1,500, 2,000 euros for a rent. And I think that's one of the things that is really important, is creating social living for younger people and helping them. So the PP have a bonus, so they would help money-wise to young people, give them money to be able to create a business, start up, find living places.
And one of the issues that's going to come up with all of the parties and all the candidates they're going to mention is keeping the place clean. So the cleanliness of the streets, sometimes the wastewater, that's been an issue as well. How would the PP look at that and take things on?
The thing is that the PP, in this manifesto, they have a commitment of if something is in a very poor state and any citizen can get access through the webpage, in 48 hours they are going to get a group of workers who will fix it. Okay, that is for something urgent. But also, they consider that the PP consider that maintains correctly the town hall is the display is the way to show the quality of all the services that we can provide. Okay, so one of the things is to change, for example, the bins that has been creating a lot of problems to the people. We want to increase also the staff and the people who is going to clean the town. The maintenance of the gardens, you just have to see any public garden in Xàbia is almost abandoned. And about what you have been saying about the sewage and the water. All the water that has been depured by the pure plant in Xàbia goes straight to the sea. I mean, we are not using that. That is something that is a waste. Also, the way that they are, the way that the sewage works now, as you can see in the annal, they didn't finish the work. So we lost the blue flag. I don't know if the people knows that, but this year, Xàbia has lost one blue flag because all these works of the sewage in the sea. That is something that for one town like Xàbia is not possible that these things happen.
A lot of people I talk to, English people, they think that the sea is fixed and there's no problem, and that's not the way it is. They're lying, they're not giving real facts out, and what they need to do now, they're going to fix it in this moment, which I think is a very silly moment. We've had one whole year, and they're going to fix it when people are going to start coming here for holidays. So then they're going to close the beach and we have a dirty sea.
Okay, and so that's something definitely on the list by the sounds of things. And it would lead us on to talking about sustainability. If we're talking about the treatment of water, that sort of thing.
Yes.
Everyone's going to be talking about sustainability, looking towards the future. Again, it's another key policy for a lot of people. What's the sort of Partido Popular's take on that?
Well, there's two phases at the moment in the plan, and what they would like to do is create the third phase. So in the third phase, the water gets purified, and when it goes into the sea, it goes in clean. So no dirty water at all in the sea, which is something I think is very important, especially nowadays with all the technology we have. It can be done so easily.
Do you think that's achievable?
Yes.
Okay.
And also we can use part of this water for the agricultural.
Yes.
Or to clean the streets. I mean, what doesn't make any sense is throw away the pure water.
Especially at the moment, a real issue with the drought conditions. So that's a national thing, obviously, but it affects here as well.
Yeah, or probably the people don't remind what happened in Ramblers. We had 3 months fire there. I mean, we're talking about sustainability. Yeah, we have a fact over there. 3 months with fires. When we can find alternatives with a compost plant or use recycling all these things for gardening to do pellets or things like this, or compost just for the agricultural things.
Okay, now another thing that you sent through some bullet points for us to look at and cover in our chat today is about animal welfare. Now this will really strike a chord, I know, with not just Brits, but certainly a lot of the expats. There's a real connection there. So a lot of people that have come here and retired, they do volunteer their time working in some of the animal charities and shelters. What's the PP's view on animal welfare? How are we looking at it?
Yes, that's another thing that I'm very close to because I'm an animal lover, prefer animals than people.
You as well. Huh?
And they would like to create a beach for dogs, which I think is something really important in a town like this where there is lots of animals and there is an extended amount of beach. So why not create a little part of that for animals to be able to go and swim in the sea where other people that aren't animal lovers don't get upset, which I think is where the main problem is, because they don't like it when there's dogs around and they just want to sit on the beach and relax. So they are thinking in a part of the Montañar to create a little space for dogs to go and have a little swim.
Now, we're talking, of course, about Rosa, who's heading up the candidate list for what would be mayor, I guess, Xàbia, should you win on the 28th. I'll hand over the microphones to you, whoever wants to say this. Do you want to just give a message from the Partido Popular candidature to people ahead of the elections?
I mean, the main message is that the PP represent people who really want to work. I mean, it's something urgent. Something must be done. During the last 10 years, I mean, everybody can see how the town is. The only thing that we can offer is work, work, and work. That's all.
That's some of the electoral points that the PP are putting forward in Xàbia for May the 28th. I'll tell you what we haven't done is talk much about Rosa herself. I know you didn't want to speak, in English on here, even though I know you speak very good English. But what we could do is just have a quick word about you, and Elena can translate for us. Your experience and what's brought you to run.
Hola, soy Rosa Cardona, soy la candidata a las elecciones municipales de Xàbia para el próximo 28 de mayo. Yo soy abogada de profesión y madre de 2 hijos y me propusieron participar en este proyecto político.
I'm Rosa Cardona, I'm mother of 2 children, lawyer by profession. I am running for mayor in the 28th of May for the Partido Popular.
Creo que es una oportunidad por mi parte trabajar por Xàbia. He estado 4 años en la oposición.
It's a great opportunity and I have been working 4 years on the opposition.
Y ahora conozco la situación de nuestro pueblo, las carencias y las posibilidades.
I now know the possibilities that our town has, the defects that it has and the opportunities that it has.
Y ha llegado el momento de que, conociendo la situación, ponernos a trabajar para que sea una realidad en nuestro municipio.
It's now the time to make everything a reality and create Xàbia a better place.
Nos gustaría que nos votaras y que os unierais con nosotros a este gran proyecto.
We would love you to vote for us and join us on this great journey.